and a warm welcome to African Aerospace and Defence TV. I'm Marize de Klerk. Thank you for joining us. With the global need for aviation maintenance technicians growing, the trend of private training facilities has now also reached African shores. Mechanics of, well, a different kind. The expanding global fleet fuels the need for aviation maintenance technicians and is creating a niche aviation industry, as well as a unique training institution.
We had visitors from a number of countries in Europe, another number of operators, including EASA, which is the European system. And they actually saw that the type of school that we have is unique. They were highly impressed also with the quality of the modules that we have.
I did some of my education in the UK, and when I came here, it really was up to that standard. And the lecturers have a lot of experience, the equipment's great, they give you skills to take out into the industry, and they help you get into the industry with apprenticeships and that sort of thing.
This institution seemed to have the best facilities, the best equipment, and the instructors here were like more personal than at the other institutions.
Internationally, within the next 10 years, the biggest issue is the fact that the workforce is currently very aged and is retiring, and there is not new personnel coming through the system. So there is always a demand for maintenance engineering technicians, not only in South Africa, but throughout Africa. And the aircraft fleet in Africa is intended to expand for more than 5% per year.
The Air Force and parastatals traditionally trained world-class aviation maintenance technicians in South Africa, but the Safamar Group saw a gap and founded MATA.
And the gap was one in shortage of training facilities to cater for the general aviation AMOs, which is the aircraft maintenance organizations, and they didn't have so much access to the government schools.
South Africa and Southern Africa, the practical training of technicians is to a very high standard, and it always has been, particularly with regards to practical skills, including hand skills. However, the trend locally is to train students to an international standard, such as EASA, so that their training is recognized internationally. That means the students' work is recognized and that aircraft can be brought to Southern Africa for maintenance.
Our students come from mainly South Africa, but we're also very proud to have students from the rest of Africa. For instance, we currently have students from Nigeria, Ghana, the Cameroon, Mozambique, and also Zambia.
I found out that their staff are qualified and they are decent, and the facilities they do offer are world class.
And they come either from school directly.
When I came here to look at the place, I saw that it was situated at the OR Tambo International Airport, and I figured that the school doesn't only give me training as a mechanic technician, but it also gives me the experience to be around the airport as well.
Alternatively, some of them have been in the industry, have built up some practical experience, found that this was an interesting career, and now would like to formalize that qualification through the academic as well as prescribed practical phase. And beyond that, we also offer training for qualified artisans in all the prescribed courses that are required by South African civil aviation as well as international aircraft operators.
We start the apprentices from scratch, doing theoretical training. Then after we've done that, we bring them to this section that we are in now, which is the practical training center. That what we teach in the class, we come and do practical on the equipment.
Each student has his own test equipment, it's state-of-the-art test equipment, and the workbenches, which are separate to the classrooms, are excellently equipped. And then, of course, we stay, up to speed with international developments.
And they come to work at a Fly Safair or other company that's got the new generation aircrafts like Boeings and that. End of the day, that benefits us and it benefits them as well. So for us, that would be definitely a privilege to have these guys.
So we're also busy linking with universities of technology and universities locally and in overseas, where we will actually combine with our training a degree or a diploma so that a guy can be duly qualified and that he will be fully equipped to start his own business in future.
private institutions are expanding as we speak across the world, not just in Africa, but across Asia, Europe and America, to respond to the customer's needs for students.
With the expected need for maintenance technicians over the next 20 years at 19,000, maybe I should also brush up on my maths and get my hands dirty. Marize de Klerk, AAD TV.